Hi all, so thank you for joining. We are just going to run through the Civil Emergencies Toolkit that we've created in response to COVID-19. And this is based around creating teams in Microsoft Teams. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the couple of teams that we set up as an outline. So we've just created a couple of them. So firstly, we've got the Civil Emergencies Response Team. So this is for everyone across Bronze, Silver and Gold Command. It's supposed to be quite open, so all the Bronze information can go in here. We might bring in tactical advisors, and you could potentially have a Gold and Silver Command private channel as well, so they can have more secure private channels that the Bronze commands don't necessarily have to see. Adding to that, we've also created a breakout team for the Silver Command and Gold Command, so they can run their meetings. These teams are very much set up like the Chief Officer Group meeting use case, so making sure your meetings are recorded, using OneNote and Planner to assign actions, those types of capabilities. One of the other teams that we set up is a public team or an org-wide team, and this is all based around communications. So in a public team, it means your end users can just come to join at the bottom, and there should be a team that they're able to join here. Or you can give a code, so you can give your users a code they can put in here to provision themselves into the COVID-19 comms team. But the plan is that this team is to be very open. It's those official comms that are going to the whole force, and it takes them away from your Outlook and emails, so you know all the facts and all the key links are in one place here. And then finally, we've just kind of got an organisational team set up as a firearms inquiry team. So this could be anything from investigations to firearms to your back office, HR, finance, those kinds of teams. Anyone that works as an operational team, you can set up a team for them as within Teams. So just kicking off in the firearms inquiry team, you've obviously got your channels that you can decide underneath. But in general, we're just using posts to maybe do more check-ins on people's locations, where they're working from today. You can see you've got a little location option at the bottom here, where you can sign in to see where you are. If you're on a mobile device, it will automatically pick up with your permission where you'll sit. And this is where you can just, in these times, communicate if you aren't where you are expected to be due to illness or children's schools closing, those kinds of things. Now, posts is where we also try and take away from anything that's happening in email. So if you come to the bottom here to make a post, really recommend choosing to make an announcement, putting a headline in. And it just means that you can put a colour behind it to make it stand out, and even use this important marking to make sure everyone knows the updates. And you can see it's super easy just to pop in. Really recommend when you've done your post, if you click at and either type the name of individuals or the name of your team. It just means that they'll all get notified that it's a new important post that they need to read. Also, just to point out in here, if it is something around guidance that's quite standard, maybe sharing a link to an important website, you can click on post in multiple channels. Now, as long as you've not got a document attached in it that has different settings set to it, you can choose what are the teams and which are the channels you want to post this message in. So I can say, actually, I want this to go to the Bronze community as well, as I'm part of that too. So they all know my most recent update in the guidance around COVID. There we go. So I've sent my update now, and I can simply just click send to get that out there. Now, as soon as I sent this, the beauty is I'm not getting a load of out of offices bouncing back. Anyone who replies, it appears chronologically underneath to see the responses, and it just means that all of my team are on the same page with the messaging as well. And just to show you, if we just jump into the Bronze community, I can see that that message has been duplicated there as well. I'm not having to do a load of copy and pasting for just those key messages across my teams. So just to show you how we expect potentially the silver and gold command to work, I could say this might be quite familiar to you in the Chief Officer Group meetings use case. So we've kept it very simple on channels. We've just got a general channel for any of those key messagings coming out, encouraging people to join the Force Comms channel by providing a link or a code that they can put in. And within the Goal Meetings channel, again, we're just in post giving some advice around how to join meetings remotely, latest advice on the guidance and the news that's coming out. Now, at the top of our team, we've linked to two areas. So firstly, we've set up a COVID-19 actions list for the Gold Command meetings. And what this means is if we jump to our calendar and we have our daily Gold Command catch-up in the morning, as I'm on this call, it just means that someone else who is joining, perhaps remotely in this case, they don't have to come face to face by using Teams, that one of my other colleagues could be in this chat, jumping out to Teams and entering the actions into this planner as we go along. We're not having to wait to the end to type up an email, then send it out. It's very quick response and actions that could potentially go in here. Also, whilst you're in the meeting, just to show you it's a really great experience, you can come and share any PowerPoint slides, your desktop. So I just might want to go over for my team some working from home guidance. So even though we might be operational and still out policing on the front line, some of my PAs and MAs may be working from home. So this could be running through some key slides and guidance on working from home. Of course, you've got your chat bar at the side for any questions that you might want to ask whilst you're running the meeting. And of course, do remember you do have the recording capability. So this means if anyone can't join the morning briefing, if they're joining, they're starting their shift later in the day, they can come back and watch the key parts of the meeting. When you finish meeting, you can stop recording. And you can see, because this is a regularly occurring one, I can see some previous recordings stored up here. So if I couldn't make the last meeting, my child's school might have closed and I've had to run to get them quickly, I can just click on this previous meeting. It will bring up the video and I can watch back what we were discussing. Now also you'll notice we do have closed captioning, automatically subtitling any audio. And you do have a search bar here as well. So if I'm only interested in looking at one type of phrase, this will just show me the key phrase, my name, or the key actions that I need to jump to. So I can just click on that to jump to that part of the video. So when we finish running our remote meeting, all you need to do is simply come to click hang up. You can see here my recording starting to save already in the chat, and that will be ready for the rest of my team to view just within a few minutes. So as I mentioned, hopefully someone will be doing this while you're in the meeting, but just to give you a little guide around the planner. So I've just come back to Teams, come to my Goal Meetings channel, and I've just come to my tabs at the top. So these are all my COVID-19 based tasks. I've created different buckets for where I think my officers might be going, different things that we're dealing with. If I come to add a task, I can give it a name, making sure my team's aligned for the Bronze Command briefing. I'm putting in a due date and then assigning some of my team to get on with it. Now, the nice thing about putting the due date in on Planner is that people will get reminders that the task's due. You're not having to chase them for it. Importantly, this might not have as much detail as you need for proper tasking within policing, but for those actions that normally sit in an email, they're great for just putting on a board and to get a really great kind of scheduled view of what's happening. Also means if you're managing a program, you get a nice summary of which buckets things are sitting in, how many tasks are in progress, delayed, or completed, and it automatically pulls through who's had tasks assigned to them as well. And again, in the future, if you do need to invite externals into your team to collaborate from local agencies, in Planner, this schedule is like a shared calendar, but not giving access to your Outlook calendar. So you can just put the key milestones, the key checkpoints that are happening around this civil emergency. Another area that we're looking at is to have a OneNote at the top. Bless me. So up here you can link to a OneNote. This is where you can put your key meeting minutes. It could be your daily meeting actions and minutes. You could put in your meetings and minutes around dealing with schools and the local council. And one feature people often miss within OneNote that I'll just point out here is you do have a dictate option at the top. So if you are dealing with running an online meeting, assigning actions, what this means you can do is you can simply just click your microphone on and it will note down everything that you're saying, and you can just go back and format that afterwards. You're not having to frantically type down as well as balancing lots of other jobs. And obviously this notebook straight away ready to share with everyone within your team. So no need to worry about having to send stuff around, make people aware. They should just be aware that they've got their key actions and their key notes up at the top of this team. So just a couple more things to share with you guys. So firstly, some other options that you might want to link at the top. So we've just jumped to our civil emergencies bronze command team. We've got some media pulling through in here. So we've done a connector link to Twitter. To set that up, you just need to go to the 3 dots and come to connectors. And we've got it pulling through any hashtags to do with coronavirus, COVID-19, looking for tweets from the Department of Health and Social Care and WHO. You also might want to link to some important websites at the top, so World Health Organization advice, again, Department of Health advice, and you can even pin some videos, so any kind of key press that's been released that you might want people to see straight away, you can do a link to a stream channel here to make sure all the videos are in one place. In public order, for example, we might just want to post some key messages on what's happening. And in bronze response, for example, we might want to have a set video from our chief or from our AC on what we're doing as a response as the unit. So it could be any key briefings that are happening here. In internal resourcing, you could potentially pin a document at the top, so a link to an Excel, which would have the rotas for everyone in. They're rapidly changing. It might digress from your normal rota schedule. And this could be any key document you want to pin at the top here. Now, the final channel and team that we created was around comms. So this is supposed to be open to the whole organisation. So you could set this up when you come to create a team as either an org-wide team or a public team. We've kept it very simple to just a general channel to posting key messages, but you could potentially add more channels for different subject areas. We've just pinned some key government advice, so there's no false news coming through. It's just the direct government information that's coming out here, and our specific work from home guidance. You know, it might be quite an unusual position our workforce finds themselves in, not usually based at home. So just some key tips on well-being and, you know, how best to set up a virtual workspace from your home as well. Now, the key thing around here is you can just have key people posting messages and just have the majority of the population reply underneath, so you don't get inundated with messages coming through in these types of teams. And I think one really important area just to include as well, and that we found with a lot of police forces that have launched already, is just this chat functionality on the left-hand side. So this is where you can set up like a group WhatsApp for work-based purposes. You can have group chats, and it's just great for any kind of quick messages between your team, just kind of doing well-being check-ins to check how everyone is feeling, how they're doing. And importantly, you can just do a quick call around from here as well. So you don't have to put a set meeting in the diary. You can just come and call an individual or call your team from this view to see how they're going on.